Money moves fast. Once you see where it's going, you can start moving it where it matters most. While the Year tab tool gives you a great overview of your cash flow, the Review tab tool gives you a customizable look at your expenses and income. It's your tool for diving deeper into subcategories, filtering for specific date ranges, and tracking how your money trends are changing over time. There are two main types of tables. The total tables add up your total expenses or income over your specified date range. The second set are the monthly average tables, which calculate your monthly averages over the specified date range. You can manually enter your desired start and end dates into the tables, or quickly reference cells from the Dates table above. The Dates table provides useful dates like the first and last day of the current month, today's date, and the start and end dates of each quarter for the current year. For example, if you want to review your total expenses for the first quarter, you can enter the formula equals A3 in the start date cell for January 1st and the formula equals A5 in the end date cell for March 31st. Filter the results by owner using the drop-down at the top. You can include any combination of categories you want to review, and exclude specific subcategories by adding them in the Exclude section. To view trend data, click the expansion button above column F. This reveals relative change percentages in columns G and H. These percentages differ depending on the table type. In the total tables, you'll see quarter-over-quarter and year-over-year change percentages. In the monthly average tables, you'll see percent change versus your 1-year and 3-year averages, calculated from the specified end date in the table. The Review tab tool shows where your money has been going, based on your actual lifestyle. Now it's time to make a plan that puts your money where it matters most. Most budgets fail because they start with guessing. We'll show you how to start with facts, then build a strategy that's optimized for you. Let's jump into the Budget tab tool. At the top, you'll find another Dates table. This will serve as a helpful resource when adjusting your budget's time period. To build a budget, start by selecting the owner from the drop-down. This personalizes the table for that individual and automatically updates their age if a birthday was entered in the Lists tab tool. The budget table is divided into 3 vertical data sections: planned, actual, and remaining. By default, the time period is set to the current month. This is achieved by referencing cell B1 for the start date and cell D1 for the end date. To change the time period, simply edit the start and end date cells. This will also automatically update the month counter cell, which calculates how many months your entered time period covers. That month counter is what makes our dynamic budgeting possible. Every planned line item should be entered as a formula, be a monthly amount, and be multiplied by the month counter cell. Let's start with an example. Say you earn a fixed monthly income of $5,000. Begin by entering your categories. Category 1 is required, while categories 2 and 3 are optional, but useful to add more detail. Then enter your formula. Start with an equal sign. Then monthly amount of $5,000, multiplied by the month counter cell E8. Let's add one more example. Say you typically receive $150 per year from birthday and holiday gifts. First, enter your gift categories. The template's default is miscellaneous, other gift. Since this is a yearly amount instead of monthly, divide $150 by 12, then multiply by the month counter cell. The result when viewed monthly is $12.50, which is enough to cover the cost of splitting a premium streaming service. When you change the date range to a full year, the result is the $150 gift total. At the top, you'll see your total planned income. This is your available budget. Now let's move down to expenses. Since we're just starting to build the budget and have not entered any planned expenses, 100% of our budget will show as unplanned. As more and more planned expenses are entered, the smaller your unplanned budget will get. For known or fixed cost expenses, enter their monthly formula directly in column D. For unknown or variable cost expense categories, like necessities for example, use the Review tab tool to retrieve your historical monthly average to include in your planned expenses. For all column D entries, Their corresponding percentage of planned income will populate in column E. You can also directly assign percentages of planned income to categories of your choosing. Just use line items with white user entry cells in column E instead of column D. This will differ depending on a person's lifestyle, but aim to leave at least 20% or more of your income as unplanned. This gives you room for flexibility and unexpected expenses. As you log transactions in the Log tab tool, your budget's Actuals section will update automatically to provide a side-by-side comparison of planned versus actual. The third vertical data section is your outstanding balance remaining, or the difference between planned and actual sections. Watch this section closely near the end of your budgeting period. The remaining section will turn negative and red, providing a visual indicator to reduce spending on another line item. Separately, if your actual income exceeds your planned income, the remaining section will turn negative and green, signaling these funds are not yet included in your planned budget. Building a budget rooted in your lifestyle's real numbers is essential for nest egg building. To optimize your nest egg, you need to track what you own and ensure your money is working for you. Click on the next video to learn how to use your net sheet to track possessions and investments and measure your progress toward financial freedom.